Welcome to Focus English with Cece.
Hello, everyone, and a warm, sincere welcome back to Focus English with Cece. I'm Cece, and I am genuinely happy to have you join us today.
And I'm Tom. Whether you're commuting, having a cup of tea, or just relaxing, thank you for making us part of your day.
Today, we are slowing things down to explore a topic that connects us all: sad moments. We often focus on happy vocabulary in English, but we want to equip you with the simple, powerful phrases you need to navigate the difficult days too. It's about sharing feelings and connecting with confidence.
Exactly. But before we jump into our stories and tips, we have a quick request. If you want to support this channel and improve your English, please take just 1 second to click that subscribe button and give us a like. Your support truly helps our community grow.
It really does. Now that we've taken care of that, Tom, shall we start?
Let's do it.
So let's begin. Tom, I think we live in a world where we often feel pressured to be happy all the time. On social media, everyone looks perfect and smiling. We feel like we must be happy every day, don't we?
Oh, completely. It's a lot of pressure. If you aren't smiling, people ask, "What's wrong?" It makes you feel like you are doing something wrong just by having a bad day.
Exactly. But let's start with a foundational truth. A foundational truth means a truth that is at the very bottom, the base of everything. We explored this before, but it bears repeating. It's okay to feel sad. And more importantly, it's okay not to be okay.
That is so true, Cece, and I think it is the most important message of today's episode. We need to normalize the feeling. When we say normalize, we mean we should treat it as normal, not strange. Sadness is a normal human thing. It happens to everyone: rich people, poor people, famous people, and us. It is not a flaw. It's not a mistake in your personality. It's just a signal, right?
Exactly. It is a signal. Just like hunger is a signal that you need food, sadness is a signal that you need care or rest. And to help visualize this, I love the analogy we used before. Tom, do you remember the cloud analogy?
I do. I love this image. It really helps me. The analogy is sadness is like a cloud in the sky. Imagine your mind is the blue sky. The sky is always there, but sometimes a cloud comes.
Right. The cloud comes and it covers the sun for a while. When the cloud is there, everything looks gray and dark. It might feel a bit cold, but, and this is the key point, the sun is still there. The sun represents your true happy self. It hasn't disappeared. It's just hidden behind the cloud.
That is such a comforting thought. The cloud doesn't stay forever. It moves. It passes with time.
It is temporary. Temporary means it only lasts for a short time. It is not forever.
That makes the feeling much less scary. When you are sad, it feels very big. It feels permanent, like it will never end. But remembering the cloud, remembering that it will pass with time, is so important for our mental health.
Precisely. So we accept the cloud, we watch it, but we also need to describe it. We need to tell people, hey, there's a cloud over me right now. So let's talk about the specific words we use when that cloud starts rolling in. We need to be able to identify how exactly we are feeling.
Okay, let's look at the first level of sadness. For me, when I start to feel a little low, the first sign is low energy. My body feels heavy. I don't want to go out or socialize. I don't want to go to a party. I just want to be alone and quiet. Maybe stay in my pajamas.
I know that feeling well. It's a very common feeling, and that is when we use our first set of phrases. These phrases describe a gentle, manageable sadness. It's not a disaster, but it's not happy. You can simply say, I'm feeling a bit sad today. Or here's the super common one that native speakers use all the time. I'm feeling a bit down.
I'm feeling a bit down. I use this one a lot. Listeners, write this one down. I felt a little down. It's a great phrase because it's not a heavy drama. It doesn't mean you are crying your eyes out.
No, exactly.
It just means you feel a little sad or unhappy, often for a short time. My feelings were down, but I didn't scream. I was just not happy. It's like the battery in your phone is at 20%. You are functioning, but you are down.
That's a great comparison. Low battery, right. So down is a gentle word for sadness. Now let's consider a stronger word, a word that has a bit more energy to it, upset. Tom, can you remind our listeners what makes upset stronger or different than down?
Absolutely. This is a very useful distinction. Upset is stronger than down. When you are upset, you are sad, yes, but you might also be a little angry or frustrated or disturbed.
Disturbed is a good word there. It means your peace has been broken.
Yes, your feelings are stronger because something feels wrong or unfair. If you just wake up tired, you are down. But if someone is rude to you or you lose something, you are upset.
Perfect explanation. My story about losing my favorite book is a good example here. Let me tell the listeners again. I had a book that my grandmother gave me. It was very old and special. One day, I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. When I realized it was lost, I wasn't just down, I was upset.
Because it was important to you.
Yes, I was sad, but I was also frantic. I was asking, why did this happen? Where is it? It was a feeling of emotional disturbance. So you can say, I'm upset about something.
Or I'm upset with someone if a person made you feel that way.
Yes. So let's recap that for our listeners.
Okay, so remember, listeners, if you are a little sad and have low energy, you feel down. If you are sad but also a bit angry, shaken, or disturbed, you are upset.
Excellent. Those are the basics. But humans have very complex emotions. Sometimes down or upset isn't specific enough. Now let's move on to some more specific and sometimes deeper feelings. We call these shades of sadness, like different colors of paint. The first one is disappointed. Tom, your rainy picnic story is the perfect illustration of this word.
Yes, I remember that day clearly. I was so disappointed. Let me explain why. Disappointed is when you are sad because something you hoped for or planned for doesn't happen.
It's about expectations versus reality.
Exactly. I had planned a picnic with my friends. I bought sandwiches, fruit, and drinks. I was so excited all week. I expected a sunny day. But when I woke up, rain. Heavy rain. The picnic was canceled. I felt disappointed.
You had an expectation, sun and fun, and then nothing. That gap is disappointment.
Right. It's that feeling of dashed hopes. Dashed means broken or thrown away.
Another good example is school. If you get a bad grade on a test, you might feel upset. But if you studied very hard, if you studied for 3 nights and still failed, you would be incredibly disappointed.
Because you expected a good result after your hard work. That makes perfect sense. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is a big one for many people. Let's talk about lonely. This is a different kind of sad, Cece. It's a deep feeling.
It truly is, and it is very common. Lonely means you are sad because you are alone and you want company. You want to be with other people. But there is a nuance here. A nuance is a small, subtle difference.
What is the nuance?
The nuance is that you can be physically alone but happy. That is called solitude. But loneliness is when you don't want to be alone. Crucially, you can be in a room full of people, at a party, in a busy office, and still feel lonely if you don't feel connected to them.
That is such a powerful point. Loneliness is about connection, not just about being physically alone. If nobody understands you, you feel lonely.
Exactly.
My story about missing my family at Christmas is a classic example of this. I was working in a different city. It was Christmas Day. I saw people on the street, but I wasn't with my people. I felt very lonely.
And in that situation, there is another specific word we can teach our listeners.
Yes, when you miss your home, you can say you feel homesick.
Homesick. It combines home and sick. It doesn't mean you have a flu or a fever. It means you feel sad because you are away from your home, your family, or your country.
Many English learners living abroad probably feel homesick sometimes. It includes missing the food, the language, the smells of your hometown.
Yes. So lonely is about people. Homesick is about a place and family. And finally, let's introduce the strongest word we talked about today. We must be very careful with this word. We don't use it lightly. The word is heartbroken.
Heartbroken. This is the maximum level. It is the strongest sadness. It's a deep, painful sadness. The word describes the feeling perfectly. It feels like your heart is physically breaking into pieces inside your chest.
It is a very physical pain. We use this word for major life events.
Yes, we use it when a long romantic relationship ends, a breakup or a divorce, or sadly, when a loved one passes away.
Right. So usage is important here. If you lose your pencil, you are upset. You are not heartbroken. If your favorite football team loses a game, you are disappointed. You are not heartbroken. Well, maybe some fans think they are.
True, some fans take it very seriously, but grammatically and emotionally, heartbroken is for deep grief.
Exactly. So we have down, low energy, upset, angry, sad, disappointed, failed expectations, lonely, missing connection, homesick, missing home, and heartbroken, deep grief. So we have built a great vocabulary list. We know how to talk about the sadness. Now let's talk about the solution. How do we cope? Cope means to manage or handle a difficult situation. What did we do to feel better in our stories? Our first and perhaps most important strategy is connection. We have to talk to someone.
Connection is key, but I have to be honest, that can be the hardest thing to do. When I was feeling a bit down after the rain ruined my picnic, I didn't want to call anyone.
Why not?
I didn't want to bring them down. I didn't want to make them sad too. And I didn't want to be a burden.
A burden, that is a very important word. A burden is a heavy load that you carry. When we say, I don't want to be a burden, we mean we don't want to cause trouble or difficulty for other people. We think, oh, they are busy, I shouldn't bother them.
Exactly. We think we have to handle it alone.
But that's where we need a bit of wisdom, Tom. You don't have to call someone and cry for hours. Connection doesn't have to be heavy. Sometimes you just need to reach out in a small way.
What do you mean by a small way?
Well, I do this often. When I feel lonely, I send a funny picture or a meme to my friend. Or I just text asking, how is your day going? Just starting a normal, light conversation helps me feel connected. It reminds me that people are there.
I like that. It's about connection, not complaining. You are just saying, hello.
Yes, but sometimes you do need to complain. Sometimes you need to tell someone the problem.
That is true. Sometimes when I talk to my brother and I get all my worries out, I tell him everything that is stressing me out, I feel a huge sense of relief. It's like a famous English saying.
Oh, an idiom. I love idioms. Please share it with us, Tom.
Sure, this is a visual one. After I talk to my friend about a disagreement I had or a worry in my mind, I often feel like I got that off my chest.
Got that off my chest. That's a good one. Listeners, imagine you are carrying a heavy rock on your chest. It is hard to breathe. It feels heavy. That rock is your secret, your worry, or your sadness.
Exactly. And when you tell someone, when you speak the words, it's like taking that rock and throwing it away. You take it off your chest.
So the meaning is you confess something or tell someone about a worry or concern that you have been hiding. It creates a great feeling of relief.
Exactly. I feel lighter. The problem might not be gone, the rain might still be falling, but sharing it makes it easier to carry.
That relief is wonderful. And speaking of relief, sometimes that happens when you achieve two positive things at once. I think about my advice to you last week. I told you to write your feelings down in a simple English journal.
Yes, you did. You said it helps understand feelings.
I told you that helps you understand your feelings and it helps you practice English. That reminds me of another great idiom. You could say, that's like killing two birds with one stone.
Killing two birds with one stone? Wow, that sounds a bit violent. Two birds? What does it mean?
Don't worry, no birds are actually hurt. It's a metaphor. It means you achieve two goals with a single action. You do one thing, but you get two results.
Ah, I see. So by writing in my English journal, I am practicing English grammar. That is bird number one.
Correct?
And I am also helping myself feel better emotionally. That is the second bird.
Exactly. One action, two benefits. It's a very common phrase. You can use it at work too. If I go to the supermarket on my way home from work, I kill two birds with one stone.
I love that. Learning English and feeling better, that's a perfect combination. So, our biggest strategy is to reach out and talk to someone. And use the idioms you've learned.
Now, let's move on. We talked about connecting with others, but sometimes we are alone. Let's look at two types of self-care strategies that help us manage the feeling when we are by ourselves.
This is about knowing yourself. It's about deciding whether you need to take it easy or keep busy. We call this quiet time versus active time.
Let's start with quiet time.
When I am just feeling a bit down or tired, I don't have the energy to run around. I need to take it easy. Take it easy means to rest, relax, and not do anything difficult.
It means being gentle with yourself.
Yes, I just want to sit back and feel comforted. My go-to means my favorite method, is making a warm cup of tea. It sounds simple, but the process helps. Boiling the water, smelling the tea leaves, holding the warm mug in my hands. The warmth of the mug is so comforting on a cold day.
It grounds you. It connects you to the physical world. I do something similar, but my method is using music.
What kind of music, Cece?
Well, if I need quiet time, I listen to calm instrumental music. No words, just soft piano or guitar. It helps me clear my head.
Clear my head? That means to stop worrying, right?
Yes, to stop the noise in my mind. I try not to think too much. Sometimes, actually, I listen to sad music first.
Really? Sad music?
Yes, sometimes you need to cry. Sad music helps you feel the feelings. And then, after a few minutes, I switch to happy, energetic music to cheer up.
That's smart. It's a process. The main point here is to be kind to yourself. Don't say, stop being sad, be productive. No. Instead, accept the feeling and just give yourself permission to rest.
And sometimes, honestly, a good long sleep can make a huge difference. Everything looks better after a good night's sleep. Sleep is a great doctor for many problems.
But Tom, what about the opposite feeling?
what if you feel restless?
Restless, that is a good word. Restless means you cannot sit still. Your body wants to move. You feel nervous energy. If you sit on the sofa, you just feel worse.
Exactly. That nervous, unhappy energy. What do you do then?
Then I know I need to keep busy. My favorite active strategy is to go for a walk. I leave the house immediately. I go to the park.
Why the park?
Nature helps. I try to listen to the birds and feel the wind on my face, and I make sure to get some fresh air. It helps me get out of my own head.
Get out of your own head. That means to stop thinking about your own problems and look at the world around you.
Yes, walking kills two birds with one stone, actually. Exercise and nature.
See, you are using the idiom already. My active strategy is a bit strange. It might sound funny to our listeners.
What is it?
My strategy is cleaning my room.
Cleaning? Really? That sounds like work.
It is work, but it is helpful work. When my mind feels messy, cluttered, and confused, usually my room is messy too. Cleaning my physical space, putting clothes away, washing dishes, helps my mind feel clearer.
I actually understand that. You are creating order.
Yes, I put on some loud, energetic music, the opposite of the quiet music from before, and I focus on simple tasks like folding laundry. It stops me from worrying.
It makes you feel productive. Productive means you are doing something useful. You turned bad energy into something good.
And of course, there is one more active strategy, my famous writing technique. Write it down in a notebook.
Yes, we mentioned this.
I write why I feel sad or what I'm worried about. It helps me understand my feelings. When the problem is just in your head, it looks huge. But when I write it on paper, the sad thoughts feel smaller. It helps me prepare to cheer up.
Wow, we covered a lot today, Cece. We talked about clouds, picnic disasters, tea, cleaning, and birds.
We certainly did. Let's do a quick wrap up. This is the part where we review all the important words, phrases, and idioms so our listeners can use them immediately. It's time to test ourselves.
I love a quiz. Let's do it.
Excellent idea, Tom. Listeners, try to answer these in your head before Tom does. Let's review the levels of sadness first. Tom, if I say I feel just a little sad and low on energy, my battery is at 20%, what are two simple phrases I can use?
Okay, low energy sadness, you can say, I'm feeling a bit down. Or another color-based one, I feel blue.
I feel blue. Perfect. Now, level 2. If something unfair happens, like you lost your book and you feel sad and a little angry or disturbed about it, what's the stronger word?
That's when you are upset. You can say, I'm upset about something.
Great distinction. Now, let's look at expectations. If you planned a picnic but it rained, what word describes that feeling?
That is disappointed. You are disappointed because your plan failed.
Corrupt. And if you are away from home, living in a new country, and you really miss your family and your mother's cooking, what two words describe that specific sadness?
You feel lonely because you lack connection. And specifically, you feel homesick.
And the strongest one, the one for big losses?
If it is the strongest, deepest pain, like a breakup, we must use the word heartbroken.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the action phrases. If I need a break and relaxation, I need to.
Take it easy, or find something comforting.
And if my mind is running too fast with worries, I need to clear my head. What should I do if I have many worries on my mind?
You should write it down. And if you're restless, If you can't sit still, don't just sit there. You must keep busy. Maybe go for a walk and get some fresh air.
Fantastic. And finally, the connection phrases. If a friend tells you something sad, what is the kindest thing to say?
You can say, I'm sorry to hear that, or the most powerful one, I'm here for you. And you should encourage them to reach out or talk to someone.
And let's not forget our idioms. If you share a big secret or worry with a friend and you feel relief, what did you do?
You got that off your chest.
And if you manage to clear your head and get some exercise on your walk at the same time,
You were killing two birds with one stone.
brilliant. Tom, you passed the test with an A+.
Whew, that's a relief. But the main message remains, right?
Yes, it's okay not to be okay because the sadness is just a cloud. It will pass with time. We just need the right English words to talk about it while we wait for the sun.
That was a fantastic summary, Cece. Remember, listeners, learning these words isn't just about vocabulary. It helps us understand our own feelings and talk about them in English. It makes us stronger.
And that's what Focus English with Cece is all about, building confidence and connection. We want you to feel capable in every situation, happy or sad.
Before we say goodbye, we have one final request and our most important question of the day.
Yes, we want to hear from you. Our question is, what is one small, simple thing you do, your secret weapon, to make yourself feel better when you are having a bad day?
Think about it. Do you eat your favorite food, like chocolate or ice cream? Do you watch a funny movie? Do you listen to happy music to cheer up? Or maybe you call your mom.
Please write your answer in the comments below. We are building a list of happiness strategies. Your idea might help another listener who is feeling down today.
We read every single comment. We love to see you practicing English and supporting each other in the comment section. Also, if this lesson was helpful, please let us know by liking this video and subscribing so you never miss a lesson. It really helps us.
Thank you so much for being brave, for listening to a difficult topic, and for spending your precious time with us today. Remember to be kind to yourself.
Take care, everyone. The sun is always there behind the clouds. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.